Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're getting into something really key for, well, pretty much any brand. What smart brands do during public customer conflicts. Because let's face it, seeing a negative review or comment online, it can feel like a real punch to the gut, right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's alarming for anyone. But the thing is, the really savvy companies, they don't just, put out fires.
Right.
They actually use these moments. They can build even stronger connections with their customers because of how they handle it.
So that's our goal today then, to kind of map out those strategic moves, like a roadmap for turning those potential negatives into, well, long-term trust and loyalty.
Exactly. It's less about damage control, more like a high-stakes chance to show what your brand is really made of.
Yeah.
And the first step is maybe a bit surprising.
Oh, go on.
It's about waiting.
Yeah.
A brief pause. Instead of that knee-jerk reaction, smart brands often wait, say, 2 to 4 hours before that first public response.
2 to 4 hours. Wow. Okay. That feels counterintuitive today. Everything's instant. Why the delay?
Well, it allows for a measured response. Less emotion, more thought. It gives you crucial time to actually analyze the complaint properly.
Okay.
What are the specific issues mentioned? Sure. But also, what's the feeling behind it? Is it frustration? Anger? Just feeling ignored? Understanding that is key.
So digging deeper than just the surface complaint.
Precisely. And you also use that time to check the customer's history. Have they had issues before? Are they a longtime customer? That context is gold.
Right. Seeing the whole picture before you jump in. Okay. So you've paused, you've analyzed. What makes a good response then?
It really starts with genuine acknowledgement. Thank them. Seriously, thank the reviewer for taking the time, even if the feedback stings.
Shows respect for their effort.
Exactly. Then you absolutely have to address the specific points they raised. You actually read it carefully. Generic apologies, they just don't cut it anymore. People see right through them.
Yeah. No copy paste responses. You need to show you were actually listening. What comes next?
Accountability. Smart brands will own up if they messed up, but crucially, without getting defensive. That's a tough balance, but it's vital.
Right. Taking responsibility, not making excuses.
Yes. And immediately follow that with clear, concrete steps. What are you going to do to fix this specific issue? That tells the customer and everyone else watching that you're serious.
Okay. Makes sense. Acknowledge, adjust specifics, take responsibility, outline actions. So how do brands take it from just fixing the problem to actually, winning the customer back, maybe even making them happier than before?
That's where the personalized recovery action plan comes in. It's about going above and beyond the standard fix.
Going the extra mile.
Totally. Tailoring a solution. Often this means assigning a specific person, a dedicated contact, to handle this customer. It ensures clear, consistent communication, no getting passed around.
That personal touch, important.
Very. And documentation is key here too. Keep a record of all the communication, every step taken during the resolution. It helps internally and shows commitment.
Okay, so you've got this plan, a dedicated person, documentation. What about after the main issue seems sorted? Is that it?
Not for the really smart brands. Follow-up is critical. They'll proactively reach out, usually within 24 hours of the fix being implemented, just to check in.
Make sure the customer's actually happy with it.
Exactly. They might even schedule another check-in later on. And importantly, they document any internal changes made because of that feedback.
Yeah.
Process improvements, training updates.
So it's not just about fixing one person's problem. It's about learning from it to make the whole business better. I see you also mentioned a special recovery offer.
Yes, that can be a really powerful tool. A thoughtful gesture, maybe a discount, a relevant freebie, something that shows you value their business. It can go a long way in rebuilding that trust.
A tangible sign of goodwill.
Right. But again, it loops back to the bigger picture. Use that feedback to drive real systemic changes. Are there patterns? Address them. And keep an eye out, did the customer update their review? That's a huge indicator of success.
It really sounds like a whole system, doesn't it? Not just reacting when something bad happens, but being proactive.
That's exactly it. And that's how complaints genuinely become fuel for prevention. You analyze trends across feedback, you pinpoint weaknesses, maybe in training, maybe in a process.
Find the root causes.
Find the root causes, update your protocols, maybe even build sort of early warning systems to spot potential issues before they blow up publicly.
So it becomes this continuous cycle: feedback, analysis, improvement, prevention. It's actually building a more resilient business.
You got it. Public customer conflicts. Handled strategically, handled with empathy. They aren't just crises to manage. They're genuine opportunities. Opportunities to build stronger relationships, show your character, and actually enhance your brand's reputation in the long run.
It really shifts the perspective, doesn't it? Instead of fearing criticism, seeing it as, well, maybe uncomfortable, but ultimately valuable insight. How does actively dealing with that public feedback head on really build that long-term strength, that customer advocacy? Something to think about.